Wisdom, the final frontier, true knowledge. Welcome to Wisdom Trek, where our mission is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. Hello, my friend. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your captain on our journey to increase wisdom and create a living legacy. Thank you for joining us as we explore wisdom on our second millennium of podcast. This is day 1003 of our trek, and it is time for Meditation Monday. Taking time to relax, refocus, and reprioritize our lives is crucial in order to create a living legacy. For you, it may be just a time alone for quiet reflection. You may utilize structured meditation practices. In my life, meditation includes reading and reflecting on God's Word and in prayer. It is a time to renew my mind, refocus on what is most important, and making sure that I am nurturing my soul, mind, and body. As you come along with me on our trek each Meditation Monday, it is my hope and prayer that you too will experience a time of reflection and renewing of your mind. It is amazing that our ability to rationalize is so strong that even if something is proven, that we still do not change our beliefs. We must be willing to learn from those who are more mature in their faith and knowledge of God's Word. On our Meditation Monday today, I want us to reflect on being teachable. Seeing is not always believing. Old beliefs as well as old habits die very hard. For centuries, people believed Aristotle's opinion that the heavier an object, the faster it would fall to earth. I am not an engineer, but according to a report I read, in 1589, Galileo challenged Aristotle's teaching. He invited a group of learned professors to the base of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Galileo went to the top of the tower, and at exactly the same moment, he pushed off a 10-pound weight and a 1-pound weight. They both landed at the same instance, but the professors wouldn't believe what they saw. They insisted that Aristotle was still right. To move ahead in life and to grow intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually, it is most important that we examine all of our beliefs, test them, hold to the true, and discard the false. Admittedly, this is much easier said than done, but done it must be if we are going to keep learning and growing. Unless we are open to and willing to change, we get set in our ways and we cease to grow. We don't read much about Apollos in the Bible, but he was a contemporary of the Apostle Paul. He was a very gifted and educated man, with thorough knowledge of the Scriptures, but he only knew about John the Baptist's baptism. So when Priscilla and Aquila heard him speak, they explained the gospel message to him more completely. The end result was Apollos was willing to listen. He was teachable. He made the necessary changes in his beliefs and teaching. Let's read the short narrative about Apollos, which is found in Acts chapter 18, verses 24 through 28. Meanwhile, a Jew named Apollos, an eloquent speaker who knew the Scriptures well, had arrived in Ephesus from Alexandria in Egypt. He had been taught the way of the Lord, and he taught others about Jesus with an enthusiastic spirit and with accuracy. However, he knew only about John's baptism. When Priscilla and Aquila heard him preaching boldly in a synagogue, they took him aside and explained the way of God even more accurately. Apollos had been thinking about going to Achaia, and the brothers and sisters in Ephesus encouraged him to go. They wrote to the believers in Achaia asking them to welcome him. When he arrived there, he proved to be a great benefit to those who, by God's grace, had believed. He refuted the Jews with powerful arguments in public debate. Using the Scriptures, he explained to them that Jesus was the Messiah. Well, that's a wrap for today's meditation. Next week, we will continue on our Meditation Monday as we take time to reflect on those most important areas of our lives in creating our living legacy. On tomorrow's trek, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you on becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. And thank you for joining me for this trek that we call life. Encourage your friends and family to join us and come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 1003 daily treks or read the daily journals, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. I encourage you to subscribe to Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.